All right, we've managed to re-establish that connection to UNICEF spokesperson Toby Fricker. He's live from Romania, close to the border of Ukraine. So, Toby, we lost your connection earlier, but I was asking you about this. 7.5 million children are at risk during this war. 500,000 of them have already fled. How do you actually manage something of this scale?
Yeah, so it's obviously a massive challenge, and the key thing is really to protect children as best we can. First of all, the local authorities in Romania have done a fantastic job in helping to manage the sort of flow of refugees as they come in. And the important thing now is that UNICEF and other partners are beginning to put in place what are called blue dot spaces that essentially provide a space that can give information, guidance to people arriving, to women and children arriving. It can provide some space for children to play a little bit, to have some rest before they have to move on again in their very uncertain journey. So it's really scaling up that support as quickly as we can and working with local partners on the ground, sort of here in Romania, but also across the region where Ukrainian people are moving to.
You know, I've seen some tweets that you guys have reposted, and one lady posted, "This is my first newborn son, and this is my first bomb shelter." Families in many locations around Ukraine are spending days and nights in basements and makeshift bomb shelters after 7 days of intense airstrikes and fierce ground fighting. You know, when it comes to the bomb shelters as well, how sustainable is that? Because you obviously have to move people around, given how all of this is unfolding.
Of course, staying in a bomb shelter is absolutely not sustainable and is a last resort. We've seen, in the east of Ukraine, the conflict has been going on there for more than 8 years. And unfortunately, children and women and families unfortunately got used to having to move into bomb shelters from time to time. But this is not sustainable. And what we need is immediate ceasefire. We need peace. We need children and women to be kept safe inside Ukraine, and for those who are not inside Ukraine to be protected and to be provided with the support they urgently need.
How much assistance is required to actually help those people in distress? Because there are, 12 million people, we're told, we just heard it now at the UN special meeting, that 12 million people in Ukraine are in distress.
That's right. No, it's a massive response, and UNICEF has asked for $276 million to be able to further scale up the response inside Ukraine, and then a further 76 million for the neighboring countries. And that's across the board, meaning education, health, nutrition, and protection. So providing psychosocial support where we can to at least give children some light relief amongst the horrors that they're having to live through.
You know, you always see the indomitable human spirit emerge during difficult circumstances. What's your team witnessing on the ground on how people are trying to help each other out?
Well, what I've seen over the last few days here in Romania is extraordinary support from local organizations, from families even in living in the areas, bringing food, bringing water, bringing blankets. It's still desperately cold here in Romania and of course inside Ukraine. And people coming together, a real sense of we need to support, particularly as women and children, who are in desperate need, and do whatever we can. And UNICEF is there on the ground as well to scale that response up, but also to work closely hand in hand with the authorities, but also with local organizations who are there within the community.
All right. Thank you so much for the work you guys are doing. I appreciate it. That, of course, is UNICEF spokesperson Toby Fricker.